I wasn't quite sure how I was going to start this video, and I've had many thoughts on how I would have started this video, but I don't know, I just kept not doing it, so we're just here and we're going to do it. Hello, my name is Meekela, this is Meekela Reads. I live here and my bird is joining in the background. So I guess, yeah, welcome to trying to read all the books on my physical TBR. Is that the most anyone's ever struggled putting a jumper on? Yes. I'd like to say that I've been really good with, reading the books that I already physically own, which I have been, because, currently reading Ship of Magic, Live Ship Traders #1, which is great. I'm like more than halfway through, which has taken an age, but I did buy the ebook version so that I could read it on my e-reader / my phone when I didn't have my book on me. And not only that, but I also bought the other two in one because it was cheaper to buy all three together than to buy them separately, and I know that I'm going to do the same thing for the next two. Anyways, that's what I'm reading. Hi, welcome. Welcome to this week of reading the shit that I already own. I have rules for this. Future Meekela might tell you about them. She does not. How does one even vlog anymore? How does one do this? I do not know. I'm going to finish getting changed first.
In her old age, my mom has gotten a little, everything is just like saturated and big station of adulthood until did a bunch of different flavors.
Literally all I've done is sit here all day. That is a lie. I did go out in the middle of the day to pick up some books, which again is the thing I said I wouldn't do, but I've done it, so here we are. Only one of them is a book I already own though, so I feel like that's a win. And then one of them was a book I've already read, and I wanted it on my trophy collection of books. But yes, I've taken today as a sick day because I am unwell still. I would really like to stop being sick now. That would be great. I do, however, have some brain cells left that might be able to rub together to be able to read a book, which would be cool. For that reason, and to make matters easier, I've brought the ebook copy of the Live Ship Traders to the lounge with me so that I do not have to move, because if I have to move, nothing will get done. I've been thinking about this video because I still, at this point in filming, I do not know if this is going to go live to the public in any way, shape or form, because there's just a few too many steps between me and posting this video. We might make it, we may not. I cannot confirm nor deny this. But I've been thinking a lot about the video and thinking a bit about how big it feels to come back to doing YouTube, because at the point in filming this, I've not posted anything in literally a year. It's been a year since I posted anything on the tubes. And I know this because the last video I posted was my Mindy Freakout book tag, and they're all coming out again. And I'm like a bit sad about it. I do miss making videos, and I miss how it used to feel. It didn't used to feel so crushing and so overwhelming. And I know why that happened, because I put far too much pressure on myself, and I stopped thinking about what I wanted to make and I started thinking about what other people wanted to see, and that turned it not fun. And then I got burnt out, and then it's just, there was a lot of things that happened all at that one point in time. But I've been thinking about like why it's so hard for me to just come back and do it, because it's something that I want to do. It's something that I want to get back into doing. I enjoy it. I miss you guys. I miss making videos, and I miss reading books and telling you about the books that I read and just sort of bringing you along with life. It's also really motivating sometimes when I don't want to do something, but I've told you that I'm going to do it, so you're the one holding me accountable. But I think I'm trying to think too much about it. I think I'm trying to think too hard about what I want the shots to look like and what I want like the story and the overarching theme of the video to be, when I think I just need to do it instead of think about it. I've always worked better intuitively. Whether or not that's good, who knows, but it's the way that it makes the most sense for me to do it, and the way that I don't feel as bad doing it. Because this isn't supposed to feel bad. This is supposed to feel fun and exciting and like a creative outlet. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about it. I've got the morbs about it, so who knows if this video will ever make it to you. I hope it does. I sincerely hope that this is a discussion that I can have with you and not just with my camera at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday when I'm homesick from work and I've done nothing all day. I'm watching Pokemon pack opening streams. I do want to stop doing that though, and I do want to read a bit. I'm going to set a timer. That's what I'm going to do. A 30-minute timer. Oh, they're so bright. I'm sorry, I can't make that less bright for you. We're just going to be blinded. 30-minute timer to read a book. It is the sunset hour. It got very dark. I finished reading for my half an hour. I'm very tired. I'm glad something exciting was happening in the book, otherwise I would not have made it through that time. I was going to keep reading, but I might not. Where are we at? What? Hi, it's Friday. What are days? Hot take on Robin Hobb for a second before we continue with the rest of the day. I listened to the Farseer trilogy, the one with Fitz and the Fool. Oh, like not that's a different trilogy, but like the one with Fitz and like his origin and everything. I read that by audiobook. I listened to it and I wasn't super invested in the story or the characters. Like I was like, it was good, it was fine. The live ship traders though, so much better. And I don't know if that's because I am actually physically, aside from the ebook, like reading the book itself, because I now catch a train to and from work every day and I read for about an hour and a half consistently every day. So I can do that and it's exciting and I love it, but I'm enjoying the series so much more. And I don't know, maybe it's just because like there's more perspectives, there's more characters, there's different things happening. It's keeping me invested. I am probably, I want to say like between 2/3 and 3/4 of the way through the first one, the magic ship, but I can definitely see how she's setting up for like lots of bigger storylines in the next 2 books as well, because there's like characters that I think are going to be pretty important who we've heard almost nothing about. And Paragon, like I'm so interested in live ships. I love it. Sentient ships. So good. I'll explain this later. At least better than it was. I can't decide if we are going to have a go at this, which is the other thing that I haven't explained yet, or if I just want to sit and chill for the afternoon. I've got like a weird burst of motivation, so I feel like I should do things while I have the motivation. Let's try and finish a project. What we have here is essentially my like paper mache shell for the insert lining of this giant mushroom that I'm crocheting. This here giant mushroom, this slightly phallic looking object will have an insert that looks like this inside of it, filled with things to make it stand upright before I can then continue with the top of it. And the top is this like velvety, veloury, faux furry kind of maroon. It's exciting. I want to keep going. I want to keep crocheting it because it's really fun to crochet, but I'm just stuck on inserting the lining because it needs to be heavy enough and structured enough to be able to make it stand up on its own. And also, how do I make a lining? How do I make a material shape, this shape? So my theory is if I cut up this shell into flatter shapes, I can then cut those flat shapes out of material and then sew it back into the shape and then stuff it and then put it inside, is the hope. I'm terrified to cut it though because it took me so much time to make the shell that I just don't want to mess it up, you know? I don't want to mess it up. All right, let's just send it. Let's just do it. Let's cut it up. This is going okay. It's going okay. It's not terrible yet. We're still okay. I believe that is enough of that for tonight, to be honest. I'm not willing to make any more mistakes on this one just yet, so that is all for this. No more sewing and cutting for the night. Now I settle, now that I've made a small amount of progress. Teeny tiny, but progress nonetheless.
It's late, and I'm in my pajamas, and I don't want to be here right now, but I'm here because I do want to be here to tell you that I have finished Ship of Magic. I've done it. She's finished a book that's more than 300 pages. Who is she? At this point in trying to pick the book that I want to read next, with trying to finish the books that I have on my TBR, with the rule that I've set in place for myself that I can either choose to continue a series if I've started the series, so I've started the series, or I can leave it up to fate to decide the next book. Given how this ended, and to keep the momentum rolling, I do want to start the next one in this series. And also tomorrow I might start a second book, and we'll leave that one up to fate. But for now we read The Mad Ship. This is cool. I know who this is now. This is exciting. I am excited. I've not been excited to read a fantasy series in a long time. What a good day. What a good day. I've read a mere 10 pages because I've been too busy birdwatching and doom scrolling through YouTube shorts. I was really excited to start this last night, but I didn't because I was tired. I've started it this afternoon and I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. I feel like I need something that's a bit quicker and a bit more easy to absorb my brain. So, oh my god, we're going to go and consult the random generator. And that random generator is either going to be the wheel or it's going to be Jared. But I also really, really want to sit down and play some Switch games. I want to engage my brain in a game activity. I want to play a game. This is my afternoon. I want to play a game, which I fear will take me into the night. But it has been absolutely lovely sitting in the sun. I love winter sun reading. This is the best kind of reading. Oh, hello, Chibi. Do you like to come and say hello? Oh my god, look how muddy your feet are. Get off me. Off. Show me your foot. How did you get so much mud in you? In the yard or it's in the house? No, I will not accept this verbal aggressiveness from you. Nope, not accepted. Do you have anything else to say? Didn't think so. As lovely as the sun is, I'm ready to return to my cave for the afternoon. Tomorrow is the day of doing things. Tomorrow, I'm going to clean, I'm going to film a video that will prelude both this video and then also the Lost vlog that has, at this point, hopefully already come out, because I now have a deadline to post that Monday week and it's Saturday. Cleaning, video, and reading. I would love an audiobook to read so that I have something to listen to while I'm cleaning tomorrow. That would be ideal. So here is my plan. If the random book generation or Jared's random number generation gives me a book that I can listen to via audiobook, I will do that. If not, I own literally every single format of this book. I have the physical, the e, and the audiobook. So I will listen to this while I clean tomorrow if I pull a physical book. This is a good plan. I like this plan. Thank you for coming up with this plan with me. All right, let's go inside. The sun is disappearing. Come on, you two. Are you right? You're not supposed to be up there. Oh. We're back. It's the work week once more. I'm just going to use this as my microphone stand momentarily. I've recently discovered the world of Depop. Fantastic revelation. Amazing. Due to that, I have finally been able to live out my dreams of restoring old handbags, and I have purchased one and it has arrived, and I want to open it with you because I'm so excited. So I know that there's been like a surge of like Coach restoration bags or Coach bag restorations more recently, and I'm aware that I'm jumping on a bandwagon when I do this. However, I have a very close personal connection with Coach. Not close personal, I just have like an affinity for it. It was one of the first designer handbags. Actually, it was the first designer handbag / only designer handbag that I purchased for myself / own. And now I have another one. This, even a little baggy and everything. So professional. So I purchased the Coach 1995 Bantam backpack in navy. It's not in the best condition, but it's so cute. Look at it. Definitely smells old. She's in pretty rough shape. Like there's a few sections that's like a pen leak by the looks of it. Is it pen? I actually can't tell. A little day trip bag. It's so adorable. I can't wait to clean it up. Hang on, let me show you in the light that's not orange because I'm aware that it looks black to you. Is this better? This is only slightly better. The light in here. Hang on, I can do this. It also barely looks navy to me, but like navy backpack. Yeah, you can see here, I don't know if you can see that very well because it's not focusing very well, but like that's a big ink stain, I'm pretty sure. It's either an ink stain or it's like rubbed clear and someone's tried to color it in with navy, which also does not look like it's worked. So we'll clean her up, we'll make her new again, and then she can live out her best life. Now, let me go get dressed so that like more comfortable clothes so that I can transition us to the second portion of tonight, which is the reading part. The things that I would like to achieve tonight include I would like to pick a new book. So let's just do a quick Google on how to use the random generator. I preloaded my list of books into the generator. We can take the Mad Ship out because I'm currently reading that and I think that doesn't leave a gap. So we are good. So we have, as you can see, all of the books on my TBR that I can physically start right now. As per the rules, let me go get my rules. I'm so glad I wrote these down preemptively because bet your bottom dollar that past Meekela would not have remembered these whatsoever. As per the rules, I can only do one hard book at a time, and I have highlighted on this list which books are hard. So that's for me to know and you to find out. I'm allowed 5 skips per year. If we hit something that I do not want, it's a skip. We're gonna play the format challenges by ear because I would love to have a physical book that I can read / an audiobook that I can listen to because they're the 2 spaces that I currently can utilize. Ebook also fits in there, but just for context, I'm reading The Mad Ship at the moment and I'm reading it on physical book and e-reader, but it's my catch the train to work read / if I feel like delving into a big fantasy, which I do not all the time currently. So yeah, they're really the only 2 rules that actually matter for right now. I can skip 5 and I can only do 1 hard book at a time. So if I spin a hard book / a big fantasy, I'm not gonna do it. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's go. Where are you landing on? Okay. Frankenstein. I reckon we could try Frankenstein. I'm not super sold on it, but it is one that I can read in any of the 3 formats because I think I have access to... Hello? Are you okay? I think I can read it on any format. Okay, Frankenstein it is. It's not the light, fluffy romance that I was wanting and hoping for, but we are a slave to the wheel gods. I have to find it now. Jesus, I don't remember which card it's in, unless actually, I think. There she is. Frankenstein. I reckon I can read this physically. It's small enough, I can start it, and then if I really, really struggle, let me see if I can get it on the e-reader. Oh, the other thing actually, I am gonna read this physically. / on e-reader because my hold for An Ember in the Ashes has come in, which is a prerequisite for me to read Torch Against the Night. I believe that's the second one in the Sabata here Ember in the Ashes series, which is on the TBR, and I will need to read that at some point. So I might listen to An Ember in the Ashes. I already read it before, so it's easy to listen to. Read Frankenstein physically and also The Mad Ship physically. Is Frankenstein on my hard list actually? Because The Mad Ship is a hard book. Frankenstein is not on my hard list. Thankfully, I did write this beforehand so that I can't be stuck in the, oh, like Frankenstein's a hard book, I can't read that right now. Good job, past Meekela. Good planning. All right, That's the stack. It's quite an unlikely stack, if I'm gonna be really honest with you. This is not the blend of books that I thought I would be reading. Because in terms of like excitement, these are two books that I did not expect, nor am I necessarily like excited to read. Plan for tonight. I want to obviously start Frankenstein, get far enough into read. I'm gonna say, how long is this book? It's a 270 page book. I want to get 50 pages into Frankenstein. That is my goal for tonight. 50 pages of Frankenstein. I then would love with everything in my being to be able to just sit down and play Super Mario Sunshine. I've never finished it. That's a goal for this year, is to finish Super Mario Sunshine, which whilst I'm doing that, I will listen to An Ember in the Ashes because it absolutely does not take all of my brain power. So hello, welcome to The World is Dark and this is the only lighting that you will ever see me in for the next 3 to 5 months. Hello. Did we ever make it through that level? Yes, eventually. It was painful and awful, but it got me to where I needed to be. It feels like Christmas. God, let me organize my thoughts. I cannot do that right now. I have thoughts. I did the Frankenstein as well. I read the 50 pages. I did the thing. I'm really cold. I'm gonna get a jumper. Hang on. Okay. So, it feels like Christmas because I have another package. Second day in a row. Packages. How exciting. This is a book. I'm pretty sure it's a book. If I'm correct. This is the special edition for the third Crescent City book from Barnes & Noble, the paperback one, that I pre-ordered in like January. Look how pretty it is. Hang on, you can't see it. Again, the lighting in here. Look at the book. It's so pretty. This is a sticker. Thank goodness. Because I do not want that on there. Did I leave it on the other two? Actually, I did leave the sticker on the other one. But how cool! Now I have a complete set of really cool book cover versions of these books. Again, I ordered it so long ago that it feels like, I don't know, that I have already got it. Like, it doesn't feel as exciting as I wanted it to feel. Is this how I know I'm getting old? Book mail is exciting when I haven't read the book yet. I think that that's more what it is. I read Frankenstein. I read 50 pages. I did my allocated reading. It was hard to start with. I forgot how hard reading classics was. I have to actually use my brain. And then using my brain, I was like, oh, this usually, like if I have to use my brain, it gets a little bit easier eventually because like something shifts or I get used to it or something like that. And like I think I did, but after we got out of the section where it's like letters to my sister and I actually got into the story bit, that's when it got easier. I have quotes that I enjoyed. The first one that just like hit me in the feels, and I forgot again, it goes to show the kind of books I've been reading lately. So nothing contributes so much to tranquilize the mind as a steady purpose, a point on which the soul might fix its intellectual eye. As in, we need a goal to do things? How good, love it, very OT. Also, when he said that he'd conquered his violent feelings, I would like that to become commonplace language once more. And then it was like maybe page 25 that I realized that neither of the books that I'm reading, either An Ember in the Ashes or Frankenstein, are books that are in my TBR cart that is currently full, or my TBR hole over here that is also full. They don't live in either of those places, so it doesn't actually help me that much with making more space. But we're moving through it. We're doing it anyway. And then another quote about his parents, which I thought was really cool. They said, "We felt that they were not the tyrants to rule our lot according to their caprice, but the agents and creators of all the many delights we enjoyed." And I just thought that was so sweet. Initially thought I was ambitious for 50 pages, but I did it. It only took me 2 hours, but I did it. Since getting home today, I've done none of the things that I wanted to do. No, it's a lie. I did do my nails. I did the like semi-cured gel sticker ones and I did it wrong. So I have zero expectation that they'll actually stay on my hands for any length of time. Where are we at? I think tonight might be a rot night. I might try to read some Frankenstein if I feel like it. I am still reading The Mad Ship. I read that on the way to and from the train today. Yeah, today just feels like a rot afternoon. Like it's not a big afternoon. It's not an eventful afternoon. I just wanted to share with you the fact that I did beat the Mario level. I got new book mail and I started reading Frankenstein. So out of all the things that we wanted to do yesterday, we mostly achieved. Kicking goals. I think that deserves a day of rest. Okay, are we on? I didn't even know if we're filming or not. Hello! I don't know why my version of rotting consisted of binging the first 3 movies in the Descendants series as a fully grown 30-year-old adult. It's lost on me, no idea. But that's where we were and that's what we did. An update, instead of listening to An Ember in the Ashes, as my audiobook hole had indicated, I listened to most of an hour-and-a-half podcast recapping the book so that I can read the second one. However, given that A Torch Against the Night was not randomly selected for me, and nor do I feel in any particular great mood to read it right now, I'm actually not going to, and if need be, I will re-listen to that podcast in the future if it is a far away enough time that I don't remember anything that they said. So in the interim, we shall continue with Frankenstein and The Mad Ship. Given that we rotted last night, I didn't read any more of Frankenstein, but I did get, like I said, my 50 pages through, and I will continue that tonight. I'm going to challenge myself to another 50 pages. 50 pages puts me exactly at volume 2. And that puts us almost halfway through Frankenstein. Given that my entire experience of reading for the last month has been books this size, feels nice and achievable. I am about 100 pages through The Mad Ship, which is also rather enjoyable. I am having a good time. I will not be reading this one tonight though, because this is my train book. I have some thoughts on The Mad Ship. Not too many, because I haven't actually been keeping track of my thoughts for the series, because it just feels so overwhelming given that it's 3 900-page books. Overall, the vibes are great. I'm having a good time there. The fact that we've introduced an entirely new perspective of a side character over a book and a bit into the series is an interesting choice, but I guess necessary for, progressing the story past the characters that we already have. Some twists have happened that I didn't expect. I think that that's what I'm liking the most about this, is that I don't quite know what to expect. I think the characters are really rich. They're quite detailed. There's a fair amount of development that's happening, but I'm not getting lost. So I think that's the cool bit. You know what I don't understand still? The serpents, even though I think I have now an inkling about them. The whole first book, no idea who and what the serpents are and why they're important, but I guess they're important because they open and close each book, so I think that that's it for now. Nothing really happened yesterday. I rotted. I watched 2.5 Descendants movies all night. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna finish number 3 right now before I actually do anything else. And I might start 4, so we may only get a little bit of reading done tonight. And I'm gonna be really boring and not speak to you again, because I don't think that you're going to find that necessarily very entertaining. It's not really fun for you to sit here and watch me do things that probably aren't of any interest to you. Why are we here? Why are any of us here? Why are you here? All I want to do is read a graphic novel, but the wheel did not allow me to do so. I'm also strongly resisting the urge to rewatch Freerun. I rotted last night, so I need to make an active choice to not rot tonight. I have 0 other plans in that, which is probably part of the problem, in all honesty.
The temptation is real to watch any of the things, but I will make the wise choice for my hobbies. Because I just know that I will feel better if I do my hobbies. That is just how it works. Wild.
Hello, I'm running late, but I am on my way to my first D&D game. How exciting. I've joined a random D&D game in my local town, which is fun and terrifying. I've never played before. I've watched people play. I don't know how to play. I'm terrified that I don't know how to play and I don't know anyone at this place that I'm going to play D&D, which I don't know how to play. Did I mention I don't know how to play? I have paper, I have pens. I have a rule book, but I don't think it's the right book because they were like the player's guidebook or the player's handbook, and I don't have one of those. I have the essentials handbook, which is not the same thing. I've only just learned as of coming home exactly 5 minutes ago. What I do have is dice. And I in fact have 2 sets of dice. I will not take Jared's dice, they are his, but I will take my dice because they are blue and shiny and I love them and I've never used them. So they're going in the bag. I'm gonna grab some water. I'm gonna put a snack in my bag and then I'm gonna leave because I'm terrified of being late. Guys, we did it. We filmed a video. We filmed the video, which might mean that this video actually gets to see the light of day. Huzzah. I'm gonna spend the rest of tonight trying to like input the footage and make sure that, you know, it actually is fine enough to edit. And if it is, then I might do like a rough cut of it. And then to reward myself, I'm gonna play my new Pokemon Snap game that I bought. I've not told you anything. Oh my God. Friday night. Played D&D, was a good time, had a lot of fun. I will be going back next week. I'm hoping that we continue that campaign. Hopefully we don't start a new one. Went to see How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. It was great. It didn't have quite the same feel, but it was quite good. They did it justice. Again, hadn't come home intending to do all of the things and then instead watched a guy speedrun The Legend of Zelda. Or was that Friday night? That might have been Friday night actually. It was Friday night. It was after I came back from D&D. Yeah. So after I came back from D&D, I then watched Small Ant and his 2-hour video of completing 100%ing Breath of the Wild in 24 hours. Then yesterday, went to the movies, saw the things. New pet peeve that actually has probably influenced me enough that I probably actually won't go to the movies very often anymore, unless it's for a movie I don't care about that much, because people making noise and talking in the movies fills me with a fury that I can't manage it. I was so infuriated and it actually somewhat ruined my experience of the movie itself. I tried really hard to ignore it. I used so many of my DBT skills. It was a lot. But yeah, I didn't realize how much of an old grumpy man I've become in like people can't talk and make noise and, you know, do all the things and stuff. Also, like there is a level of like, you know, courtesy and politeness that comes with going to the movies, I think, for people. Like, you know, wait until there's a loud scene before you open your giant packet of chips. Or like if you've got a kid that you know isn't going to sit through the movie, don't go to a movie that's 2.5 hours long. Or don't go to the gold class, like big fancy one with that child, because they're not going to sit and appreciate or watch it, which I don't know. I also understand that like kids are allowed to go to the movies and kids are allowed to see movies and families are allowed to go to the movies. But just don't talk through the whole thing. Just don't. Anyway. And then today I didn't get out of bed until 11 and the most of the day was doing other things and unexpected things came up. So we're here now. I still have only read 50 pages of Frankenstein. And I'm going to be honest with you and level with you, I'm probably not going to read more of it tonight either. So this is where Frankenstein ends for probably this video. And honestly, actually, I'm probably going to say that this is probably the end of the video for the week as well, because otherwise I fear that I will go forever and we will hit the same issue we had last year where we couldn't finish a video for months and then we didn't then for edit the video for a year after that. Being protective, thank you for tuning in to whatever this video was. I'm still getting used to this again. This has been an interesting experience, but thank you for tuning in if you've made it this far. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're having a fantastic day or night or whatever time it is where you are in the world, and I will see you next time there's a video. Goodbye.